It's another episode of the program Improve Seeds, or your first agricultural television in the capital city of Abuja, Nigeria. And of course, I'm Hilda Homsem, I'm welcoming you to the program. Today, I have two great men in the studio, and we are going to discuss recourse. We are going to interchange the information, the knowledge that recourse have within these two countries. And I know you want to know more about it, of course. Just sit right there. We'll be right back and the program will continue. This is Improve Seeds on ARCN Television. Know that you're still here. Before we went on the break, I told you that I have two great men, two nationalities in the studio. I have a Nigerian and of course a Liberian in the house. Charity begins at home, but of course as Nigerians we're good at welcoming people and we're good hosts. I welcome Mr. Robert Bimba to the program. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. It's an honor, it's a pleasure to be here this moment on this Improve Seeds initiative, the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. And this is laudable, and I'm the project coordinator for RICOWAS Liberia and the CEO for CHAP, the Community of Hope Agriculture Project. So it's a great honor to be here. Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
How are you doing?
Yeah, doing well with my brother, Dr. Omar. So I'm doing great, very well in Abuja, and it's been a great time here and going through all of the different work you guys are doing. There's a lot to learn from you and a lot of things to exchange and also discuss our common share value or vision that we have, the RICOWAS.
All right. So before we go, I'll ask you how Nigeria has been treating you. But before we go into that, welcome to the program, Dr. Omar.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing.
All right, sir. Let's move on. RICOWAS is a program that is System for Rice Intensification, that's SRI, with the aim of strengthening, resilience, rice production. It's the method. So, how is the program? Can you give us an overview of the program? How you've been, the stages at which RICOWAS is running in Liberia now?
All right, so RICOWAS is a regional project, and we are from the both Anglophone countries that we coordinate for the Anglophone countries. They got the French countries. It started with WAP, SRI, so it came to RICOWAS with the scaling up of rice resilience, rice production in West Africa, and it's done in 13 West African countries. So in Liberia, all of our work is to do with the English country, bringing all of the different happenings across. We share experiences, so we have done the setting up of the National Steering Committee, the launch of the project, the TOT training, and the procurement of logistics. Now there's an ongoing baseline survey that is going on, I think, in all of the countries right now. And we're grateful to OASIS, and this is a funding from Adaptation Fund. It's a 4-year project, and it's like a $30 million project. It's not $30 million for each country, but it's less than $1 million for each country for the next 4 years. That we need to work with smallholder farmers, build their capacity, strengthen their advisory services across the countries. There are a number of hectares in each country to be cultivated. We got up to like 1,000 hectares that we need to cultivate and work with Liberian farmers. And I mean, they are welcome it, and we've been the institution for the system of rice intensification in Liberia. So our job is to work with these farmers and bring innovations to them with all of the climate change, the climate resilience, and the mitigations methods and adaptation to help to boost productivity, and not only stop the productivity, but bring it to the table, from seed to table. So we're on a very good program, improving seed from seed to table to make sure that we have it.
All right, thank you, sir. And Doctor, in Nigeria, can you also give us an overview of the stages at which RICOWAS is now?
Yeah, thank you very much. Before I say anything about Nigeria, I have to say something about Robert.
Okay.
When we are talking about Anglophone countries, we are always looking to Robert. Because our captain. Yeah, because I remember we looked toward him so many things. Apart from myself, when I'm having issues to do my annual work plan, the first one, I have to go for him, which is send some copy also to manage and do my annual work plan.
Wow.
Just looking towards
Thank you.
so many.
Alright.
And for Nigeria also, we lost the project. We also have a national planning committee on the ground, and we also gotten some no objection. We have already established the governance structure at the local and state levels. We have done training of trainers. We did about 4 trainings recently on SRI methodology. And currently, we are also about to engage in the baseline studies. We have already did the profiler process. We have recruited a consultant, and the agreement has already been approved by OSS. So next week, the president will be coming here to sign the contract agreement, and we're also coming for the inception meeting. So by next week, our baseline study will take off. Apart from that, also we already have a notification approved by OSS to establish 8 demonstration plots. So I've already acquired some of these plots, and we're already working together to have an agreement with some other communities or other institutions to get the MOU so that we can just work on the establishment. That's why we are in Nigeria for now.
All right, that is great. It's an interesting stuff. So tell us, how are the farmers responding to this?
Yeah, when you are looking to the farmer, I don't want to say because we are also the communication officer. I have been with me when we went.
When I talk about this, when we have our whole team here, and I'm going to give my own report, is going to be different, but hearing it from the horse's mouth gives more confidence and tells the world that yes, we're on the right track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the TOT we did with SRI and on the extension workers.
Okay.
When you look at the way they took it, in fact, if you look at their work, the way they had to say about the program that keep on coming, when are you going to come, when are you going to come, and part some of them in some locations they already identified the farmers.
Wow.
Because our next activity is to use the extension to train the leg farmers. We are trying to train about 200 leg farmers. So we already have the list for those farmers to train some location, and we are already gathering these same leg farmers for their locations. In fact, the farmers are able willing, and it's like I said, because in some places like Nasarawa and Gombe, they are not used to SRI. They look at it something different. But when you show them, when we did the training with pictures, they see a lot of difference from the road, from the pilot road, from the plant structure. They really love.
Yeah, and to say that, since he of course reminded me that I'm the communication officer, to add to that, the farmers, the extension farmers were excited, and the participation, in fact, they kept on calling that they want the group to be created for them to continue to chat and ask more questions. It was actually fun. So I don't know if that was the same thing while you were having those training too, Liberia.
Oh yeah, so in Liberia, Liberia is a champion for SRI. We've been in this since 2012, and we have a very great success story of it. So the buy-in from the farmers is huge, it's overwhelming, and it's because with the practice of it and upscaling SRI, all of the countries are at the area of scaling it up. Others are some new ones are getting on board, but it's something that's been there since the WAP days, and then now we have it. So we think this is really important, and being here today is a blessing. It just confirms and reinforces our solidarity as a region, as an Anglophone country, and how we are working together and not working against each other. So there's a lot to learn from Doug. There's a lot he learned from us, and the big goal is to make sure that we become full self-sufficient, and that we are able to overcome all of the climate change that is affecting productivity and the use, but using the system of rice intensification and the climate rice resilient production method. Just make it far better and easier. So this is a good opportunity.
All right, we're still talking to the heads of RECOWAS in 2 different countries. That is Mr. Robert Bimpa, who is the coordinator of Liberia, and Dr. Umar, the coordinator of Nigeria. If you want to know more, you just stay right there. We'll be right back after the short break. More about RECOWAS project and about SRI rice production, intensification will be communicated to you. Don't go anywhere.
The Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria (ARCN) coordinates the activities of research institutes and is responsible for supervision, regulation, coordination of research activities and programs of higher institutions in Nigeria. And Professor Hamidou Shaributu, since assumption as Executive Secretary of ARCN in April 2020, has solidified the transformation of agriculture in Nigeria through strategic and meaningful execution of research fundings for improvement of the agricultural sector.
For grains, we have the parabolic solar dryers. These are specialized solar dryers used for drying agricultural produce such as whole grains, yam and cassava chips, fruits and vegetables more efficiently. It is made of a special material that concentrates the rays of the sun within the enclosure while eliminating harmful ultraviolet radiation. Products dried are free from contaminants and are hygienic.
The parabolic shaped solar dryer is a need-based technology because virtually when we travel all over the country, you will see by the roadside, you see people drying all sorts of agricultural produce. Some spread their own on bare ground, and by the time the vehicles are moving, the dust stay on the products. The reptiles will come, they will eat whatever they can eat, drop their feces and their urine on it, and the owner comes in the evening to pack everything together and still eat that product. And the product has been contaminated, and we feel this is not right, and it is part of our mandate to make sure that we set it right, and that was what led to this, so that we can solve this problem at the grassroots level. Instead of drying by the roadside, drying on just bare ground in their villages, when they have this as a drying center, everybody in the community can bring their product there, spread on the tray, and they get it dry under hygienic condition that is covered. And the dryer also have another property to screen the ultraviolet ray of the sun, which is also can cause hazard to human health.
Welcome to Federal College of Land Resources Technology, Kuru, Jos, Plateau State.
The atomic absorption spectrophotometer, AFS, is an instrument which is used for the determination of metals that are dissolved in source.
Plantation. Put it like one. Welcome to production farms, where we're going to take you around our production tanks and a practical fisheries and integrated farm. We integrate the farming system with a banana and plantain and so many aquatic animals.
Students and the other youths and women within the community. And this, in the aspect of training, we have two aspects of the fisheries and aquaculture. The fisheries aspect is the way to catch a fish, like a processing aspect, the catching aspect, and then when we come to the aquaculture aspect, is the breeding and then the production unit. In every aspect of agriculture sector, you need to have a seed. So the college here, our mandate is to train how to produce a fish seed, that is the fingerlings. And also, not only the fingerling production also, we also aid in producing manpower from different aspects of the community, different communities. Fishery School Baga is a very long established in 1978. of which, for me, let me this use of opportunity to say that I'm also part and parcel of this college because I graduated from this college, and that college, the college is more or less of entrepreneurship of the college, where when a student leaves the college, at least can stand by himself. Now, as we are talking about the federal college, federal government is now talking about food security. So once if you come out from this college, graduate from the you can able to at least maintain our training and then also stand by yourself, self-employment.
Okay, this is the one of our greenhouses, the 7th greenhouse that we have in the school. As you can see, we have cucumbers growing here. Okay, we have the crops, and the cucumbers, they are about 60 days old today, 55 to 60 days old. Okay, as you can see them, they are doing very well, so you can take a glance at some of the foliage that are growing. They are still fruiting very massively. The fruits are very, very big and very, very big. As you can see, we also employ drip system of irrigation also here. Drip system of irrigation, okay, where the waters are given to the plants at intervals and regulated. Generally, usually we get the plants twice daily, morning and evening. Okay, as I went due, we vary that based on the temperature that we have from time to time. Okay. As you can see them, you can see the cucumbers are doing very well. They are growing very well. We actually done some harvesting this week. We've done 2 harvestings already. So generally we do 2 harvestings a week, like Monday and Thursday. The other factor I would like us to know is the fact that the crops we are doing here, they are actually F2, like they are the second filial generation. Okay, as you can see, the fruits growing really massively. So based on the research that we have done here, we have been able to see that most of the time we buy the F1 generation from Design of Nigeria. You understand? They are this European variety, you get. And then we have seen, based on research, that the fruits can actually be harvested and harnessed in the production of further seeds. This is one of the milestone achievements we've been able to achieve in Fecolat. We have been able to see that instead of wasting a lot of money, using a lot of money to buy F1 from Europe, understand, to plant in the greenhouse, we can also make use of the F2, like the product of the F1, to produce further croppings.
ARCN
promoting agriculture.
This is to improve seats on your first agricultural television in the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja, and still improve seats. And I still have Mr. Robert in the house. You know, before the program started fully, I asked, how is Nigeria faring? Treating you right now?
I mean, great. I mean, being here alone is part of the treatment. I mean, the warm welcome from my brother and from the team members that we work with in the ECOWAS program on the Maputo Declaration, the post-Malabo that we are reviewing with Qatar. I mean, it's been a great time being in Abuja and being here for Nigeria Day.
Democracy Day.
So it's a felicitation to Nigeria on blessings here.
Yeah, that is good. So, why are you here?
Yes, so I'm here as a private sector actor and as a policy champion, non-state actor in our country that is championing the CADAP, the Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program, which is now reviewing the post-Malabo, which commits every African country to putting at least minimum 10% of their national budget to agriculture. And it's now ending next year. It's 20 years now. It's ending next year and reviewing for the next coming years ahead. So African countries, so all of the African countries, West African countries are here reviewing this in Abuja for this week. But as a representative of RICOWAS and also the coordinator for the Anglophone countries, I have to make sure I see my brother. I can't come to Abuja and don't report myself. And this is part of the solidarity, so that's why we are here, to make sure that we double up with our rice production and food security initiative in our country, because Africa is too blessed to be hungry.
Okay.
I strongly believe our suffering is not justifiable, and we need to work together and not work against each other.
Sounds good. And Dr. Umar, what have you to say about the visits?
Yeah, actually, what I'm happy with, I just saw a WhatsApp message from Robert that I'm in Nigeria, can we connect? I said, why not? Yes, why not? So I just sent a message back, yes, we can connect. Then we agree with the date today. Then in the morning, we begin to agree with the time. So at the end of the day, we agreed with the time. I went to the hotel and picked him. So that's why we're here. I said, you have to come and see my place. Because eventually, anytime I land in Liberia, I have to go and see the chap.
Exactly.
All right. So since both of you are here and you're interacting, do you have any, advice or problem or something you want to share with him that that you want him to, advise or get to know about RECOWAS and the process at which we are carrying on the RECOWAS project within the 5 states in Nigeria?
Yeah, in Nigeria, RECOWAS has 5 project intervention areas. We call them states in Nigeria, not district as in the maybe Prankopong. So we have Gombe State from the northeast. We have Jigawa State in the northwest. We have Niger and the South from the north central. Then we have 1 state in the southeast of Nigeria. So currently we are implementing the project in 4 states. We are concentrated in 4 states this year because the other state in the southeast, Renity is already gone par. So we are trying to establish our own structures in those 4 states. We have done the TOT. We already have a places for the main demonstration plot. We already identified lead farmers. So we are just going to move on.
All right. And you have something to say to us too?
Yeah, I'm encouraged. The level of work we do exchange. We have a platform that we make exchanges on. So being here today, is a good visit. Is to strengthen our work that we do together. And for some reason we get connected from the inception.
Yes.
So then I'm here today impressing again this country. This is a good opportunity, and we promoting the I love Liberian rice. And I know you have the Nigerian rice as well. And why Liberian rice? Because Liberian rice is one of the best rice.
Yes.
So if you eat Liberian rice, you live long, you don't get sick. So I want to encourage the farmers that are working with RECOWAS to really take ownership. And I think what this council is doing, they are doing a great job. We need to rally around them and support them to keep this moving and support even this media house. Because this is what we need on the continent, getting the word out there to people so people can see the reality, bringing the cameras to the farms and bringing it to the consumer so they see the reality of the work you do. And we're in the technological age, so this is a really good platform. I want to commend you, the communication person, and Doc and the entire team, because this we're going to take it to RECOWAS meeting, share with Oasis the good that is happening with your communication aspect of it. And you got to hook up to Oasis because there's a big website that is promoting. So let this link be shared with Oasis as well, so they get the information, so you get millions of people to see, not only people from Nigeria, but millions of people around the world can see what is happening, the good thing that is happening in Nigeria, but not just Nigeria, but the good thing that is happening in the region. See how the English countries are working together. So for me, this is applause, and I really want to commend you and thank you, Doc, for the opportunity to be on your show. And to you, the farmer, no farmer, no food.
Yes.
No farmer. The SRI say plant less and get more. So that's the good thing of the system of rice intensification. You plant less seeds, you get bigger yields, and that's what everybody need right now. So thanks to you for hosting us. This has been a great time.
Yes. Before you go, so the level of gender, how balanced is it in Liberia?
Oh yes, it is. Liberia is a champion for gender issue. The first African female president from Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Not only that, but in the project is gender sensitive. So we're glad to see you, the gender person here, that's also working on this program. And we shall convey this message that Nigeria is really, really gender sensitive. All right, so that is an important issue. And I'm a witness. There's not theory. This is a reality. I interacted. I saw it for myself. So I will give it to Oasis and tell them about this visit. And because again, as we get on the field, we want to make sure that the issue of gender is clearly cut across. The farmers understand the reality about it, and how we can get everybody involved and protect their interests as well. And that's an important thing with the development program of RECOWAS, that it is gender sensitive. Yeah, so, and having you here and having you in the team, there's no better way to say it.
Thank
So I
you.
want to say congratulations and congratulations to Omar for making sure you get it done. So that's a good one.
Thank you so much, Dr. If I needed to see you.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised when you talk about gender because you are the gender officer of the program. No, I added another one for your communication. So maybe OS should know that you are not only gender officer, you are gender and communication officer. So you should expect a double activity program. That's what I say. Thank you.
All right, we had a swell time here. I hope you did too out there. Keep updated with us. There's time for another episode of the program Improve Seats. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. And when you go back, you relate to them that we love them. And we are going to put our heads together to see that we kick hunger from Nigeria, from Africa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We need to stop the importation of poverty and the exportation of our wealth.
Exactly.
That's my parting word.
Thank you. And Doctor, thank you so much for coming here too. Thank you for hosting him.
Yeah.
And we hope when he goes to Liberia too, he will be giving the same.
He's already a Liberian.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. I remain Hilda himself, Antoine, saying keep watching more of our programs and bye for now.